like this. I like this.
I made it.
I know you made it.
I know.
Who you made it for?
For the show.
What's the name of the show?
Access 21 Podcast.
Access 21. Access 21.
Access 21.
Access 21.
Access 21.
Access 21.
Access 21.
We here to have fun. Access 21.
Access 21.
Access 21. Access 21. I like that. Access 21. I like that. Well, welcome to the 4th edition of the Access 21 podcast. Tarik, how are you doing today?
I'm good. Has it been 4 times or 3 times?
It's 4. This is the 4th edition, I believe, right?
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Everything just keeps...
July is the first one. September was the second. Oh, so no, it's all right. This is the 3rd one.
That's a good question. It's just time just...
Well, time keeps going, but
together.
One thing I know is I definitely can't wait to the next time as soon as we finish the first one.
Because it's amazing. I really enjoy this.
Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself, man?
So my name is Tarik. I am the Director of Membership and Community Engagement here at Access 21. And
my name is DJ Mike Carleon. I am a member, and I have been a resident of the Charlotte-Mecklenburg area for the past 7 years. And I've had the pleasure of working with you for the past, year now? Just kind of getting to know you and build.
Wow, man, time just flies. That's wow.
Yeah, absolutely.
That is wow.
So
let's talk about what we do here at Access 21. The idea is we were originally a public access TV station. Mm-hmm. So the idea was to give the community an opportunity to come in and make their own content. Like our tagline is, don't just watch TV, make TV.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But now we do also, for people who haven't tuned in before, we do have podcasting, which is what we're doing, and some music production as well.
Mm-hmm. You added that extra music production over like the past 3 months now, right?
No, it's been a little while. I can't remember. Like I said, time is just melting together. But I've taught it twice already. So, yeah.
Funny how time flies.
Wow. It's just flying by. And I can't believe that Halloween's right around the corner.
Yeah, it is. I know we just talked about that.
We did.
Real quick, what members of the community do we serve? Who do we serve at Access 21?
So, Access 21, the content goes out on streaming. It's on our website. There's a smartphone app. But the membership itself is limited by geography. So if you live in Charlotte, you have a one-time membership fee of $25. If you live in Mecklenburg County outside of the city of Charlotte, that one-time membership fee is $65. Mm-hmm. And if you live completely out of Mecklenburg County, then that one-time membership fee is going to be $100, with the limitation being that if you live outside of Mecklenburg County, you cannot create content, but you can take training classes and volunteer on other people's productions. But I will say that it's a low-cost way of making content. I mean, with podcasts, TV shows.
I agree. And that was, for me, the calling point, right? Mm-hmm. The cost, because we live in a society where everything has a cost to it. Yeah. And I like to have more bang for my buck, and I appreciate good value. You've probably heard me say several times that this really serves the community. Yeah. Especially if you are aspiring director, producer, actor, podcaster, production. I mean, obviously adding that is absolutely helpful with all the creatives that are in the Charlotte area for that low cost to get the knowledge that you would have to sometimes get a 4-year degree or have to go somewhere and spend thousands of dollars to learn these things. This is what the value is, and this is what I call it, the best kept secret, right?
Exactly.
You got so much information that you can get here if you're willing to and if you know about it. And that's why we're doing this. And this is why I was so thankful and grateful to be a part of it, to spread the word about what Access 21 does, to give people an opportunity to see that anybody can do this.
Exactly. And I will also add it's a great place to build relationships. Mm-hmm. And in addition to that, when you said it's a best kept secret, we just had a piece done about the station in the Charlotte Optimist. I forget the author's last name, but his first name is Logan. And he said a lot of those things about like what we say all the time, how it's a well-kept gym. It's like the best media thing that a lot of people don't know about.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, because you've got 2 studios here. You got Studio A and Studio B, right?
Yes.
And that studio has everything that one would need to create a production.
Exactly.
Part, right?
Including what's in the control room as well.
Yeah. So whether you want to be in front of the camera or behind the camera, you can learn that here, basically.
You can. It's just a great, I think also for very young people who are just getting out of college and they want to learn more, they can come here, get up to speed on certain things, and then they can apply that later in life.
Yeah, because children are the future. And
I believe.
I got a great segue for that. Access 21 is about to be tabling for the kids, right?
Yes.
Let's talk about that.
Yes. So it's actually this Saturday, October 4th, we're going to be at the Charlotte Kids Fest, and we'll be tabling there. We were actually invited to participate, which was great for not a lot of people knowing about us. They emailed me saying, hey, would you like to participate as a nonprofit? So basically, it's going to be at the Shops at University Place this Saturday. You can just kind of Google Charlotte Kids Fest and go to their website.
That's where like the boardwalk is. And
it's so I went to UNC Charlotte, so it's near UNC Charlotte. It's where like that Hilton Hotel and that big man-made lake.
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
the Shops at
the
University.
Whole University Lake area. A lot of people love to congregate there and just go take a walk.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, there's so many events that happen there. So this is a great opportunity to spread the word, man.
Exactly. It should be interesting. Our fun kids activity is to we're going to give the kids 3 questions. They're going to take those 3 questions and they're going to interview their parents. And it may be comical, it may not. I want it to be kind of comical, but they're just going to interview the parents. We're going to videotape it and then turn that into a show. But we had to have a kids activity.
So that's like, that could be the one thing that spark a kid to be a reporter or anchor or anything like that. So are there pre-made questions or are you just going to give the kid?
No, I'm going to come up with 3 pre-made questions for them.
Yeah. And
they just rattle the questions to their parents.
Oh, that's going to be fun and interesting.
Yeah, it should be interesting. I haven't really finalized the questions, but I'm thinking something like, Mom, Dad, where'd you go to college? Or what high school did you go to? What's your hometown like? Things that the little kids will want to know about their parents, but typically little kids might not ask their parents
for sure.
these questions.
And that just kind of opens up the dialogue, too, for the parents and the kids, maybe somewhere along the line.
Exactly.
But I think more importantly, it makes it fun and creative and interactive. That way people can get involved. And that's just a glimpse of the involvement and the level of involvement that you can get here at Access 21.
Yeah, we do want to reach the community and get them interested in what we're doing here. Speaking of the community, this is a big week. So we're having the Kids Fest Saturday, but the Friday, the day before that, which is the day after next, right? We're Wednesday, so Thursday, Friday. What's going to happen is we're going to have our open mic at 21 here. This Friday at 7 p.m. Our feature is going to be a young lady named Anisha James. Her stage name is Lucy Lachey.
Yeah, Lucy Lachey.
Yeah.
I've heard of Lucy Lachey.
And she's a rapper.
Some noise out here, man.
Yeah, she's a rapper. She has a lot of accolades that I can't really rattle off in a couple seconds.
Yeah, for sure.
But she's going to come here and rap for us.
Like, she's getting it, and she's one of the other creatives, one of the creatives in the city that's making moves, right?
I would say that, yes.
Let me ask you
I feel
this.
like she is.
And so just to get a bigger picture of what the open mic is, for people who may have not seen the first couple of episodes, what is the open mic, and what is that? What do we do?
So there's a couple ideas behind the open mic. Number one is to give underground Charlotte artists a platform. I feel like sometimes we neglect our talent in Charlotte, and that's not everyone. Not everyone does that. Charlotte's great. We have a great scene.
It's a lot of untapped potential.
That's what I'm trying to say. There's a lot of untapped potential. So I want to give that untapped potential more of a voice. Yeah. And at the same time, when they come in, they see what we do here. And they might want to be part of what we do here.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I think most creatives, they have an easier adaptation of of the appreciation for how things work. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So for myself included, right? I not only appreciate the finished product, but I am very well in love with what it takes to get there. Right?
Yeah, I would expect that as a DJ. And I never asked you that question. I don't want to go off the topic too much, but do you use vinyl or the more?
So that's a great question. It really depends on the audience and the venue and the event. Mm-hmm. Some events calls for that type of classic vinyl situation. Now, if you're asking me, do I have 1200s? Absolutely. So any pro DJ needs to know that you have to have 1200s. I get it. People have controllers, and this is the new day and age where you could push a button and do all that. But I am from the old school age of 2 turntables and a mixer. But not to knock anybody else in the game coming up doing it the way they do it. We're all creative, so I'm not one of those old school DJs that look down on people coming up. I want everybody to win at the end of the day. But to answer your question, I do dibble and dabble with vinyl, but now that you have the new technology, it is a lot easier to carry one component as opposed to 3 heavy components, meaning the 2 big heavy turntables and the heavy mixer. Now I could just take the controller and the laptop, and that's where the technology really has advanced over the past 20, 30 years.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Speaking of all that, so I'm trying to breathe some additional life into our members' meetups. So I talked to a friend of mine. She's an event planner. She actually has a degree in marketing.
Yeah.
And she suggested that we, number one, put it on Zoom, because some people might not really be able to come in person. Mm-hmm. And then the other idea, which made a lot of sense, she was like, add a featured speaker, which is interesting because we have a feature for the open mic. Logically, you think I would have thought of having features for the members meetup, right? But I didn't think of it until she mentioned it.
I look at it like when you have success stories, right? And this featured speaker, she has her own program here, right?
So the featured speaker that I'm trying to finalize things with is Janelle Coswell. Janelle Coswell has a lot of accolades, but what I want her to speak on is, number one, she produces the show Politics Matters here.
Yeah.
She's on the board of directors, and she's part of the group called the Super Friends. I think we talked about that before.
We talked about the Super Friends, for sure.
Yeah, so she's fairly new to public access, but she's done so much in a short period of time. I think it would be good to have her speak. Yeah. And if it's on Zoom, it's just really easy access. So
it's also easy because the member meetup is in the afternoon.
Well, it used to be, I've tried different times. The latest times was the third Thursday at noon. I think you came to one of those, but the majority of people probably cannot come to those because they're working. Yeah. So we're going to move it to 6 p.m. So it's the third Thursday as it was before, but it's going to be on Zoom at 6 p.m.
Ah, see now.
But the only thing is getting people to link. That's the only.
Oh, well, we've got our Facebook, right?
I've created a flyer, and I'll put the flyer on Facebook, and the link will be on the flyer. Yeah. But I don't have like 101 ideas to get people to link, though.
Well, you send out the email blast with all the member emails.
You know, that's right. I'm working on a newsletter right now. I'll just put it in the newsletter.
That's why I'm here. That's why you got me here, and that's why I appreciate you. Real quick, though, I want to go back to the open mic before we move on. Uh-huh. Who were some of the past featured artists at the open mic? Because you have some dope artists already.
Yes, we've had 2 so far. Mm-hmm. So the first one was Nemo Sum. Mm-hmm. Nemo Sum is a guerrilla poet. I'm a guerrilla poet for the most part. I am not as active as I used to be, but I know Nemo Sum from Guerrilla Poets. Yeah. In Latin, Nemo Sum means I am nobody.
Thank you.
Right? Now, this guy, though.
Say that to the camera because they need to know what that means.
In Latin, Nemo Sum means I am nobody.
Meaning what?
I am nobody. Like he's saying, it's kind of like Socrates. This is my interpretation. Okay. Like Socrates, the ancient Greek philosopher, would say that he knows nothing, right? So the more you know, the less you know. because there's so much to know.
Yeah, you can never know enough.
Exactly. So I am nothing is like I have knowledge, but I'm not knowledgeable. But this guy, Nemo, he is knowledgeable.
Yeah, he's amazing. Absolutely.
He's amazing. His poetry is ridiculous.
A lot of people know about Nemo's son, first of all. Like, a lot of people in the city and in that scene, especially all the creatives and the poets, that whole spoken word scene, they already know he's top notch. And
he really is.
I like that. That Nemo's son, to me, I sum it up as be humble.
Yeah, something like that.
You know
but this guy, he has an MBA. Master Business Administration. Like his poetry, his vocabulary is on another level. He knows so much about things from corporate to this. Like he's very nice.
Sounds like we got to get you a Nemo Sum T-shirt. What y'all think?
I think he does have T-shirts.
Yeah, but see, we got to get some plug them. Especially the featured artists that come here, we got to make sure that we plugging them. So if we got a Nemo Sum T-shirt, if that's, I don't know if we could do that.
I think as long as he's not like selling a T-shirt.
Not selling
like
a
if he was like, Tarik, let me give you a Nemo Sum T-shirt.
Well, you see, most of the time, I feel like branding means everything. And it doesn't take much at all to support a brand. Yeah. You can support it subtly, by sharing or liking or giving a shout out. Those things are free. And I always say that support is free. And we got to find a good way, obviously, starting out with this open mic. I will tell you, that is 100% an amazing way to show support of these artists, right? Because
yes, it's visibility because the open mic is a show now.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about that. It's a show that we're going to be filming and it's going to be airing.
Yeah, so the open mic airs on Access 21 on the fourth Monday of each month at 11 p.m., and that's going to be starting October 27th.
Fourth Monday of each month.
Fourth Monday of each month at 11 p.m.
Okay.
So that's a great deal for performers because they come in, they get recorded, and we're airing their performances on TV. They're not making money, but, and I know people say, oh, exposure doesn't pay bills, which is true. But sometimes exposure works, and I think exposure will work here.
You may have spoken to too many starving artists because we all are starving out here sometimes. But in my opinion, exposure is like legal tender to me, right? Yeah. Because there have been times, I'm going back to my DJing real quick and not to get off topic, but there have been times where there were literally 8 people inside of the lounge. And the one person had an impact. Like I impacted that one person so much so that they came to the booth and told me, I'm so glad I came here tonight.
Exactly.
And that is so gratifying for an artist because you just want someone, even if it's one person at a time, to appreciate what you bring forth to the universe and what you put out there.
I agree with that. So the other feature that we had last time was Frank Expression.
Yeah.
Now this guy, Frank Expression, right? So
super amazing.
I met him at the Charlotte Poetry Festival that I did in 2024. I had help, but just to be simple. So he plays jazz trumpet and he does poetry with the trumpet.
Yeah, absolutely. He mixes it up.
It's ridiculous. So he's from Maryland too. He's from a suburb though.
What's that? So, why you had to, what does that even mean?
Because I was born in the city. I was born in the city. He's from the suburb.
Take the man out the city, but can't take.
But he's amazing.
No,
he's
absolutely
amazing. So he was here. He did his feature, and during the feature, he played part of the song. The Heidi, 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 oh. By what is it, Cab Calloway? I think.
Cab Calloway, absolutely.
And I went up to him after the show, and I said, "Did you play Cab Calloway?" He's like, "Yeah."
But see, only you as a true creative and an appreciation for that type of classic music, like know your history, you would get it. But I love how he infuses jazz with his poetry and with his lyrics. He might bust out in a song, but one thing you're gonna get is pure entertainment from
He's amazing.
Listen, he is. So
and he's a show curator in his own right as well.
Shout out to Frank. Absolutely. Yeah. And I'm looking forward to many more of these open mics because you got somebody else that's a good friend of mine that's coming up in December, you told me.
Okay, so the lineup is we got Lucy Lachey next. Yeah. After Lucy Lachey is A Poet Named Superman. After a poet named...
Remember, you got to say...
Hold on. Let me get this right.
You got to say the whole name.
Hold on. Lucy Lachey, Levi de Rosa. I skipped over by mistake. Mm-hmm. So Lucy Lachey, Levi de Rosa, who's a singer.
Why'd you have to roll your R? You part.
Because it's learning Spanish when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I lived partly in L.A., so...
Rosa?
So,
say it one more
hold on,
time.
let me get it right. Okay, so first of all, number one is Lucy Lachey.
Gotcha.
After Lucy Lachey is Levi de Rosa. After Levi de Rosa is a poet named Superman. And then after a poet named Superman, we're going to have Shane Maynor.
Ooh.
Oh, you know Shane?
No, you plugged me into Shane. Remember we had
Shane
lunch
is
that day?
just...
We had lunch, and I was telling you that I do poetry as well. And multi-expressional, just like a lot of creatives in the area. Mm-hmm. But you plugged me into her, and I spoke to her, and we established a dialogue. So, yes, shout out to Shane.
You talked to Shane?
Not only did I speak to her, but I sent her several of my pieces.
Wow.
I got a free consultation, y'all, from Shane. And she gave me some really great, interesting pointers and gave me a lot of introspect about my work. And it really did help.
She's good like that.
No, absolutely.
She will help you. She will.
So, yeah, shout out to all the creatives in the Charlotte-Mecklenburg area and beyond. You have a home here at Access 21.
Exactly. And I only see the open mic becoming more and more successful as we reach out more. So we do have features through January.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing.
Yeah, that's actually an amazing thing because guess what? Word of mouth travels so fast. When people see that there's another outlet for the creatives in the area and it's a safe space where it's multicultural and you got so many different avenues and so many different walks of life.
That's interesting. So not to be political, but multicultural has become such a bad word. When I was in school, the books on human relations, I'm nerding out.
I mean,
anyway, the books
he was about to go on a tangent, but
the books on human relations.
Don't use multicultural around.
No. Listen, no. I'm just saying the books I read in school said that multiculturalism was a good thing. The human relations classes I took, they're like, "Oh, multicultural is good.
Don't
it's
tell
about
your flag
culture."
Story again.
But what I'm saying is now, when you say multicultural, people are like, "Oh, are you woke?" I'm like, "I'm awake." What do you mean? You know?
Well, to me, I'm fine with multicultural. It's the woke word. Get out of here with that. Let's retire the word woke.
Yeah, because
it's, to me, everything is all about interpretation.
Exactly.
Just because I know a big word and you don't, does that make me more woke than you? No. You know what I'm saying? So here's the thing. All of these monikers and these different names, find out what we have in common and work from that point.
Exactly. And diversity is a good thing.
That's it.
Like, I don't get it.
Just like when you were younger, when you were learning Spanish, I know in my school they taught Spanish and not like French and other languages, but we learned the salutations first. Good morning, good afternoon. The commonalities, the salutations is the beginning of the relationship, right?
Yeah.
How are you, right? Let's start there. And that's what I feel like as a society, multicultural or not, wherever you come from, like they always say, if you cut me, I'm going to bleed red. Just like every single one of us walking this earth.
I agree with that.
What's next?
I agree with that. And it's so interesting.
Political, but this is not the platform.
No, it's just, the point I'm making is just that I grew up in L.A. and Baltimore, which are very multicultural cities.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm used to being around a lot of different cultures. So I just don't relate to the idea of, oh, let's just have this one monoculture. Mm-hmm. I've grown up around so many different people from around the world that this is natural for me.
The whole thing is the first word in this country is united.
Yeah. Anyway, let's stop with the politics.
You started, but...
I know, I'm sorry, but I just wanted to say that.
All right, what we got? So we did the tabling.
That's going to happen Saturday.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And we talked about the open mic.
Friday.
Right.
And then the open mic is every first Friday of the month at 7.
What we didn't talk about is we're airing, right? The podcast is airing.
You're right. So we now have a regularly scheduled air date for the podcast.
Yeah.
And that's going to be the second Tuesday of the month at 11:30 a.m. and 8:30 p.m. Let me repeat that. Second Tuesday of the month for the podcast, 11:30 a.m. and 8:30 p.m. And that starts on October 14th. So what we're doing here, I mean, we've already aired some of them, but now we have a regular
schedule. And that's great because then you could direct your people, friends, anybody who wants to know a little bit more about it to check us out. And then now y'all can spread the word about when we're airing. And obviously the goal is to keep providing y'all with information about what's going on with Access 21. You're doing a great job here, man. I really appreciate the information that you provide to me. And I love being a part of bringing it out to the community.
Of course.
What else we got? You said the members meet up. I think that it's about to wrap, right?
Yeah, I mean, we talked about mostly everything that's going on. I will say, as we start to wrap things up, if you're interested in becoming a member at Access 21, you can attend a new members orientation.
Yeah.
So the new members orientation will occur on the 2nd and 4th Tuesday of the month at 7 p.m. here at the Access 21 studio. So let me repeat that. The orientation is on the 2nd and 4th Tuesday of the month, 7 p.m. The easiest way to sign up is to go to the website. I believe it's called Get Involved. You click Get Involved. You scroll down and you'll see a button that says sign up for a free orientation. Hit that button. You fill out the form. The form comes to us, and then we can register you for the orientation.
What's the website?
TVAccess21.com. You keep asking me questions.
I'm only asking from. Listen, I'm here. I'm the everyday man trying to tap into what's going on.
Anyway, the point is, you can Google Access 21 Charlotte, North Carolina.
Or you can call the office because there's always some friendly person at the end, right?
Yeah, you can call us here. You can email me. My email is tkiley@cmpac.org.
Yes.
So you can email me. But I think the easiest way to go to the website and hit the button and then fill out the form, and then that just comes to us.
Yeah. Well, very good. That's the goal, is to know where we're at, know how to find us, and know how to reach us.
Yeah.
Access 21 is here for the community. I'd like to thank our wonderful assistant for this session. What's her name?
Yonye.
There you go.
You
said it right.
Yeah, you got to say people's names right.
Shout out to Yonye.
Yeah.
And lastly, this podcast was produced using the facilities of the Charlotte-Mecklenburg Access Corporation, Access 21. We appreciate y'all for tuning in as always. My name is DJ Mike Carleon.
Tarik Kylie.
My guy Tarik. He never ceases to amaze me. Make sure y'all come visit. Check out Access 21. It's for the community, guys. Thank you so much. Where's our music?
There it is.
Thank you. You gotta start it and end it with that, right? We done. Yeah. I feel like maybe like doing the closing credits. We could throw that back in there, like going towards the end.